Hello everyone, this is a new story. Your garden awaits. Your garden awaits. We are not talking about flowers today, not about petals, fragrance, or the soft elegance of a rose garden. Today we are talking about life, about the way we dream, the way we choose, and the way we decide things for ourselves. We attach ourselves to this single hope as if our entire world depends on it. We often pick the dreams, plans, or a person, and we convince ourselves that this is the only path meant for me. But life does not work in one straight line. Life is like a beautiful rose garden, is full of times, tunes, surprises, turns, surprises, colors, and possibilities. Most of us grow up believing that no once we chose something we must cling to that forever. Our goal because our goal becomes our identity. One person becomes our emotional home, one becomes our professional home, one idea becomes our whole future, and when the one thing slips away, we start feeling as if everything is slipping away. But pause for a moment and breathe. Look around, and you will see something much better, bigger. A truth we forget too easily, that a rose garden is never inside, never, a rose garden is never made of a single rose. It is created by hundreds, and each one comes each one carries its own beauty, its own fragrance, its own purpose. So, why limit your thoughts' entire life to something that was never meant to hold all your dreams? Great. Great personalities makes history. Understood across history, understood the truth well. This truth well. Take Steve Jobs for example. He built Apple with all his heart. It was his rose, his dream, but he was removed from the company he created anyone else would have stopped blooming there, but Jobs didn't. He walked into his garden of possibilities. He started Pixar. He started Prior. He started Pixar. He worked on NEXT, and because he dared to do and explore beyond one rose, the entire world benefited from his garden of creativity. Later he returned to Apple, and that's comeback changed the future of technology. His story teaches us one rejection does not define your life, closes. Your response closes. Does. Look at Oprah Winfrey, one of the most influential women in the world. She was told she was not in fit for television. Thought, imagine if she believed that imagine if she believed that imagine if she accepted that one wilted rose as her whole destiny, but she didn't. She stepped into her garden. She found new hopes, new dreams, new paths, new strength, and today she inspires millions. Her story reminds us that sometimes the rose you want is not the rose meant for you, and that's okay. Life has a bigger picture for us, bigger plan than you can even think of or see. Or take Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. He aspired to become a pilot, and it was the biggest dream, but he failed. He realized he ranked ninth when only when only 8 seats were available. Many people would collapse under their disappointment, but not him. He chose to walk further and into his garden. He joined ISRO. He worked for a while. He worked on inside technology. He became the missile man of India, and later, his the president of the country. One failure could not stop him because he understood a simple but powerful truth: if one path closes, another opens, but only if you keep moving. Just like that, you too are a rose. You carry your own calm, charm, strength, fragrance, and purpose. Every morning that you wake up, you get a chance to bloom again. But the problem is that we forget our own beauty. We stand in front of the closed door for too long. We wait for one person to understand us, one dream to work on, one plan to succeed. And while we walk or wait endlessly for that particular thing, one rose, we ignore the entire garden blooming right behind us. Life is not about sticking to one thing. That future you are, that future uh, you or holds you back. Life is about exploring, growing, and allowing yourself to bloom in many different colors. The more you open your mind, the more you realize that life has so much to offer: new opportunities, new friendships, new relationships, new talent, new strength, and new paths you never imagined. Even nature teaches the same thing very beautifully. A rose does not stop blooming because one petal falls. It continues to grow season after season without fear. A garden does not stop planting. A gardener does not stop planting because one flower dries. He ensures, he nurtures the soil, again water it, and waits patiently for the next blossom. In the same way, you must nurture yourself. You must water your dreams, your confidence, and your inner strength. You must keep blooming even when yesterday was not according to you. If one person does not value you, that does not mean you are unworthy. If one plan does not work, it does not mean your journey ends. If one dream falls apart, it does not mean your future is empty. Sometimes the universe removes you from one place to another to plant you somewhere better, somewhere you will grow bigger, stronger, happier, and more fruitful. So get up, dust off the past. Stop standing in front of the one rose that didn't choose you. Turn around and look at the garden waiting for you, full of opportunities, full of hope, full of new beginnings. You are meant to explore, to discover, to to rise and to bloom again. Never choose one rose when life has a whole garden to give or offer to you. And never forget, you too are a rose meant to bloom endlessly and not just once. Never stand your whole life before one rose when your garden is still waiting to make you bloom again. Thank you. If you like these kind of stories, please do like, share, and subscribe my channel. If you want your story to be heard in my voice, please do share your story in the comment box. And sorry for the